Assalamu alaikum. On our news, 200,000 poor and vulnerable households in Zamfara to benefit from federal government financial intervention. Zamfara state government takes proactive measures to mitigate effects of flooding. My name is Muhammad Saidu. Now the news in details. About 200,000 poor and vulnerable households in Zamfara state are to benefit from the ongoing federal government social intervention program. Zamfara State Payment Officer of the program, Mustapha Salisu Musa, made this known during an interview with the NTA News. Correspondent Ali Shehu completes the story.
The social intervention program, launched about 8 years ago, was designed to address poverty and vulnerability nationwide. The program is part of the federal government's effort to provide essential financial support to the country's most vulnerable population. In Zamfara State, disbursement of the funds has commenced in earnest, where beneficiaries will receive 75,000 naira in 3 installments of 25,000 naira each. The state payment officer, Alhaji Mustapha Salisu Musa, said 200,000 poor and vulnerable households across the 14 local government areas of the state are to benefit from the intervention, with Gusau having the largest number.
They are targeting poor and vulnerable in each state. These poor and vulnerables are the people to benefit from this program.
Also speaking, the Gusau Local Government Monitoring and Evaluation Officer, Alhaji Kabiru Umar Zabarma, stated that about 5,000 beneficiaries from 11 wards are currently receiving the money through electronic means, while the remaining applicants will receive theirs in due course. He added that efforts are being made to ensure a hitch-free exercise, with all hands on deck to facilitate smooth payment processes.
This program is designed by the federal government to help the poor and vulnerable. We are giving them their ATM card to go and withdraw this amount. Therefore, anybody that see one cycle payment, he should wait for a second and third cycle payment. Anybody that saw a 2 cycle payment, he has to wait for the remain 1 cycle payment. Anybody that receives 72,000, that's the complete of his payment, therefore his payment has been finished.
Most of the beneficiaries who spoke with NTA News expressed appreciation to the government for the gesture and hope that it will be sustained.
We thank God. It's for many years we will not see this kind of happiness.
The social intervention program is expected to alleviate the suffering of the masses across the country. In Gusau, Aliyu Shehu, NTA News.
Governor Dauda Lawal has flagged off a 3-day stakeholders engagement on Zamfara digital literacy framework. The exercise, which kicked off at the Governor Multipurpose Hall in Gusau, is aimed at promoting digital skills and innovation in the state. Correspondent Muhammad Abubakar has details of this.
In a bid to transforming the state manpower to a digital framework, Zamfara State Governor Dauda Lawal has officially flagged off a 3-day stakeholders engagement on Zamfara digital literacy framework. The workshop, which brings together experts from the Federal Ministry of Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy, Nigeria Data Protection Commission, developmental partners, private sectors, academia, among others. In his speech, the State Governor Dauda Lawal maintained that the engagement is aimed at initiating digital knowledge and skills to students, civil servants, entrepreneurs, and adequate policy and budgetary support to sustain digital literacy across the state.
Let me stress that we are committed to ensuring budgetary support, policy alignment, and institutional coordination to sustain this effort beyond this engagement.
He reiterated his administration's commitment to continue providing the dividend of democracy to the people of the state at all times. In his remarks, the senator representing Zamfara Central, Aliyu Ikra Bilbis, lauded the state government's efforts in implementing the program for rapid development of the state through digital knowledge.
The corporate digital literacy framework is laying a foundation for a data-enabled Zamfara state citizen to participate fully in the emerging digital world, which is now the new gold.
With this development, Zamfara is taking bold steps to become a digital leader in northern Nigeria. From Gusau, Muhammad Abubakar, NTA News.
Zamfara state government has made adequate provision to prevent the impact of flooding among the society during this year's rainy season. The Commissioner, Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Salisu Musa Safi, stated this at a sensitization organized to that effect. The report. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency (NIMET) has earlier this year predicted that some communities in the country will experience flooding during this year's rainy season. As part of proactive measures against the disaster, the National Emergency Management (NEMA) embarked on a nationwide campaign across the flood-prone areas. While in Zamfara State, the Director General of the agency, represented by the Deputy Director Relief and Rehabilitation Department, Suleiman Mohammed, noted that the aim is to awaken the grassroots about the disaster and its attendant consequences for prevention.
After creating this awareness, the community and relevant stakeholders, they will go back and try to stick to some of the advice we gave them and the one given by NIMET and NISA, so that they will take a proactive measures against flood this year. So we want to have a free flooding community in Nigeria.
Zamfara State Commissioner of Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management, represented by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Muhammad Bashir Abubakar, maintained that Zamfara State government has made adequate arrangements to mitigate the impact of flooding among the society. He advised the public to vacate all areas predicted to be liable to flooding for the safety of their lives and property. There were goodwill messages from other stakeholders. In order to improve the quality of life of average Nigerians, government through the Federal Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning has empowered thousands of people in several poverty reduction programs and projects. Correspondent Yusuf Jabbar Illo completes this.
The target of the workshop is to evaluate the effectiveness of the National Poverty Reduction with Growth Strategy program in achieving its objectives. Key areas of focus include assessing the program's success in reducing poverty and promoting economic growth, verifying the effective use of training and starter kits provided to beneficiaries, and providing a platform for stakeholders to share experiences and identify areas of improvement. Beneficiaries emphasize the importance of collective effort in ensuring the program's success.
And also we are giving a starter pack of standing dryer and some rollers. We are also thankful to the government for that, but the problem is that some of us doesn't have fund to start the business.
I'm even planning to have my own, even at home. I will look for a space that I will. The more when I get the profits, I will be maybe keeping the profits. Later, I will go and do my own at home, so that I will be seeing them. I will know how to control them because they need care.
The Director, National Monitoring and Evaluation at the Federal Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, Olusombo Oyinde Yakubu, stressed the need for stakeholders to work together to empower youth to become self-reliant and productive members of the society.
The MPRGS, being a key federal government initiative, was designed to accelerate national development by lifting 100 million Nigerians out of poverty.
Olusombo led the staff from Industrial Training Fund, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, State Ministry of Agriculture and Natural Resources to inspect some of the businesses of the beneficiaries. The program is a stepping stone to strengthen and maximize the impact on poverty reduction and economic development in Nigeria. In Birnin-Kebbi, Jafari Subilo, NTA News.
Well, this report, please, our bulletin for the day. Thank you for watching. Wassalamu alaikum.